Okay, look. When gas prices jump, you still gotta work. So suddenly you're cutting back on everything from family vacations to cell phone minutes. Well, here's a thought. How about cutting back on gas? Here's how. The Ford F-150. It gets 23 highway miles per gallon. That's the best. So you can get the job done and get a break at the pump. Yeah, how's that sound? This is the future. This is the Ford F-150.
This week's AQHA News features Executive Vice President Don Treadway talking about the future of the Adequan Select World Championship show and what factors played a role in the decision to keep Select in Amarillo.
This morning I'm thrilled to announce that Amarillo has won the bid and will continue to host the Adequan Select World Championship show for the next 3 years.
When the final selection came down, the more than 15 inquiries or bids for the Adequan Select World Championship show were narrowed down to 3 final choices: Fort Worth, Las Vegas, and Amarillo, who has played host for the Select show all 10 years of its existence.
Las Vegas, primarily, it was a great bid, but primarily location was the deciding factor. Fort Worth, unfortunately, didn't have the dates we needed. And people may say, well, just take those dates that Fort Worth offered. You need to realize that whenever we move a show, a world show managed by AQHA, off a certain set of dates, that affects many, many events across the United States, across the world for that matter, in terms of the horse showing community. So when Fort Worth came with their bid, it was a mid-September date. That just was not going to work. It was going to affect too many shows that would have to move and adjust their schedules around those dates. Fort Worth had a good bid, nothing wrong with it. The dates just didn't fit.
With scheduling and dates impacting Fort Worth's bid, the attention would turn to Las Vegas. But for the West Coast city, location heavily impacted the decision to go with Amarillo.
Location for the event did play a big part. Many of our entries, our participants came to various members of the staff, the executive committee, and talked to them about how important a central location is to the show. We heard from many, many people from the eastern part of the United States that said they wouldn't go if it was on the West Coast. Same thing with the people on the West Coast. They said we may not be able to attend if it's that far on the East Coast. So Amarillo kind of fit the bill in terms of location. It's centrally located. It's on a major thoroughfare, Interstate 40. We think it's easy to get to. Numerous hotels, motels in the area. So that was not a real issue when choosing Amarillo. It was a real positive for Amarillo.
One city that some members believed had submitted a bid actually never did. Of the 15 or so inquiries AQHA received to host the Select show, Tulsa, Oklahoma was not among those cities and actually never submitted a bid for the Select show. As for Amarillo, the host for the Select show since its inception, the city had several obstacles to overcome to retain the show.
The executive committee was very, very careful in their consideration of where to place the show. It wasn't a slam dunk for Amarillo. Amarillo had to come forward with things that we felt like we needed to have to keep the show at the level that it's been at and even a better level in the future, and that ultimately led to their decision to keep it here.
The City of Amarillo and Potter County Venue District promised several major improvements to the Tri-State Fairgrounds for the upcoming 2013 show and throughout the term of the contract, including the addition of a new covered arena, better ventilation in the barns, the installation of a new sound system, and to investigate the possibility of a video scoreboard in the arena. The commitment to make these necessary improvements also helped Amarillo win the bid for the Select show. Since AQHA is located in Amarillo, hosting the Select show provides a unique chance for exhibitors to come tour their association headquarters.
I love taking people on tours through our office, through the museum, people that have had horses all their lives but have never been here to see where their association sits and what it does on a day-to-day basis. That's one of the great things I see having the show here. For those that maybe felt like the show should move, I hope they'll give the show a chance. They'll come back in 2013 and witness firsthand the improvements, the hospitality, the excitement that will be generated at the 2013 Adequan Select World Show. We'd love to have them come. The staff will welcome them with open arms. The city will welcome them with open arms. The fairgrounds will be in a much better condition than in previous shows with new improvements, and it should be a great, great experience.